Morning, everybody. Today I thought I'd do a quick down and dirty review on my new toy. Just bought a Google Nexus 7. Actually, I bought it 2 days ago, and these are my first impressions on an Android device. Now, a lot of you are probably asking yourselves the question, why, Glenn, you're an Apple guy. You've got all Apple stuff. Why did you go with an Android tablet? Um, well, the answer to that is kind of complicated. And it all came down to basically money, cost. I actually wanted an iPad mini, but I couldn't bring myself or justify the 300 and some dollars to spend on the iPad mini. As you know, I was been unemployed. I just started a new job, and I wanted to get a tablet because I'm leaving for Las Vegas in 2 weeks, in less than 2 weeks, and I needed something for the plane. I wanted to watch it. My iPhone 4S, the screen is just a little too small for me to enjoy, a good 3-hour trip watching movies and reading books and stuff like this. So we plan on doing a lot of relaxing by the pool, reading ebooks and stuff. So I wanted a small device to carry around. Now, at first I was just going to go get a cheap $99 tablet. But after doing a little research, I found that the Nexus 7 was Google's flagship Android device, and they had a lot of positive, good reviews. Now, I wanted the new version, and I guess the new version came out like 2 weeks ago. It's Saturday, August 3rd. And here in Canada, basically, if a retailer had any stock, they're sold out. I went to 3 different places, and all I could find was the first generation Google Nexus 7. Now, there's actually nothing wrong with the first generation. It's just the second generation touts a better screen. It's got a back camera where this one doesn't. And it's supposed to be a dramatic improvement over the first generation. Now, when asking the salespersons at these places, nobody could answer any questions about tablets. They're just, the sales monkeys have no clue. So when I found a place that actually had a Google Nexus 7 in stock, of course, the first thing I ask is this generation 1 or is this generation 2? And the salesperson looked at me like I was from outer space. They had absolutely no clue on what they were selling. They're just commission salespeople, and it's pumped the product out the door. Also, the retailers haven't dropped the price from the Nexus 7 Generation 1 to the Generation 2. So, other than maybe going by packaging, which I haven't seen the packaging for the Generation 2, there is no markings on the packaging that states that this is a Generation 1 device. So it's really hard, especially now, there's this transition period, to distinguish between the first generation and the second generation. But, like I said, I picked it up. There was another reason why I picked up an Android device is so I could test the Amiga emulators on Android. Now, iOS will not allow an Amiga emulator whatsoever on it because they don't want access to the OS. So it's out of the question. Now, I'll probably do another video on setting up an Amiga emulator on here. It's not that hard, but there's caveats. Some Amiga emulators work better with some games. I know the game that we were trying to get running, Empire, War Game of the Century, we had some issues with AUE for Droid. wouldn't, the mouse or the cursor just was unusable in the game, and the game ran fine, but there's no way that you could play it properly with the controls the way that they were set up. But like I said, I'll get into that in another video. Now, the overall device, it's great. I would say it's fine for a first-time tablet. I did the 4.2 Jelly Bean update on it. The screen is rather responsive. Sometimes it does stutter when there's high frame rates and stuff like this. The NVIDIA Tegra 3 chipset in here is a little lacking. It's NVIDIA, so what can I say? I love NVIDIA. I'm a huge fan, but it's just not powerful enough for a lot of the applications that this is running. So it gets a little choppy sometimes. The internet, if you've got a slow internet connection, it's a pain in the butt. Like when you're doing Facebook and trying to have the pictures load up and stuff like this. That's a con to the device. Now there's a built-in camera. I don't know if you can see that up here, the little circle. The camera is not functional by default. There's no camera app, but you can go up to the Google Play Store and get a camera app and it works just fine. In fact, a lot of people I've talked to say this is very easy to root, and once you root this, you can speed up the whole device without losing battery life. In fact, rooting it increases the battery life, which is very strange, but that's what the reviews say. You can put Beats audio on here. You can turn this into an amazingly good tablet. Now, I probably will sell this tablet as soon as I get back from Vegas, because like I said, I really want the Mac Mini, or sorry, the iPad Mini. But who knows? I might become an Android user. I know I get a lot of requests for me to help people set up their Android devices, and I have no clue. So now I've got some practice on it. But overall day-to-day use, if you're looking for a budget or an under $300 tablet, I would say that Google's flagship here, the Nexus 7, is probably the best tablet to go. But like I said, buyer beware, caveat. Get yourself the Generation 2 tablet, demand for it, look for it, and probably wait a couple weeks just because of the fact that we're in this transition period, and make sure that the salesperson that you actually get it knows what the hell they're talking about or what they're looking at, because I know in this day and age it's pretty hard to find a trained salesperson who knows what the hell they're talking about, but you know, that's just the way it is with these low-paying electronics firms. So until next time, I'll probably do another video, like I said, on the reviews of this once I know a little bit more about the system, and another video on setting up the Amiga emulators. But you know, right now there's not much I can tell. I don't have very many apps downloaded for this because, like I said, you know, I'm just using it as a video player and an ebook reader for my trip. And but who knows, I might come across some good apps later. Anyways, until next time, hopefully this hasn't been too boring, and have a good day.